Hi, Michelle Lindblom here. Um, in recent days, I have felt the urge to do some more videos, mainly because we're all feeling a sense of need or desire for connection. Physical connection right now is not advised, which is good, but there's so many other ways that we can connect. And we're lucky to live at the time that we are living, so we can do that. Um, as an artist, I've always created work that has attempted to connect myself with myself. I'm an intuitive painter, and so the work that I do comes out of my subconscious, the sort of behind the scenes activity that I'm not even aware of. In my work, things will bubble up from my past, for example, that I'm working through, things that have been down deep in the depths of my mind and the rest of my body, only to be revealed via color, texture, shape, movement, and so forth. And it wasn't until a few years ago when I started to write. I took some writing classes, and I wrote more for a purpose instead of just a journal. I've always kept a journal ever since I was young, as a way to deal with my teenage problems and that sort of thing. And of course, in college, we were required to keep journals and sketchbooks and that sort of thing. But my purpose for writing seemed to be more focused a couple years ago, and so I took that writing and started taking it publicly, so took it off the page, out of my head, and into the public eye for others to read, because I just felt it was necessary for me to connect with whomever about whatever, I always grew up very independent and did my own thing and didn't really, it's not that I didn't care about what others thought, but I mean, I did. But I just did my own thing because I didn't want anybody to tell me I couldn't. Let's put it that way. But since, I don't know when, maybe 5-6 years ago, since I left higher ed and started doing, doing art full time, I have felt the need to connect with others in different kinds of ways. And so writing was a part of that. And of course, with my daughter and her substance use disorder, I felt a real need to connect with other parents who were going through the same thing or similar things that I was. And I wanted to let them know that they're not alone. So that's where the blog started. And the thing of it is, my everyday life has so much to do with my art, and I don't even realize it. And so writing is a part of my desire to put words to what it is that I'm doing, so that those who are not versed in the abstract, because I'm an abstract painter and printmaker, for those who aren't versed in the abstract, it's difficult for them to connect. They want to see something specific, which I get, I get that. And to me, my work is very, once I figure out what it is I was trying to say, is very specific. But I wanted to put words to that so people could at least connect to that concrete kind of connection. And so the blog also helped with that, not only talking about my role as a parent and working through my daughter's substance use disorder, but also my role as an artist and how I use my art to connect with my daily life and what it is that I'm going through. And so with that blog, it's on my website, and I've received interesting responses, not necessarily on the blog itself, not in the comment section, so to speak, but if I see somebody, oh, I read your blog, thanks for sharing, or friends saying, I never quite know how to respond. So I just don't say anything and just let it sit. And I say, that's great. You don't have to say anything. Just the fact that you read it and you connected somehow, and it's okay. Because for me, as an artist, this is standard operating procedure. I work alone. I hang out with myself pretty much all day, every day. My husband's off working, um, and it's me and Sophie, my Weimaraner. So I'm used to it. It's something I'm okay with, but I'm feeling overwhelmed with what others are going through, and empathy that I can't explain necessarily. I've always been empathetic, but it's even deeper now, because there are so many people who are struggling, who do not have a vehicle in which to deal with all the stuff that's going on, or they don't have a space, or whatever. They haven't discovered what that is. So I'm feeling sad, and I just want to let folks know that I get it. I understand. I just and I have some of my own kind of advice, I guess, that I want to put out there. I just wrote a blog about essentialism, and not the type of essentialism that's described academically. I don't necessarily agree with that, but my kind of essentialism, and that is having essentials in your life, having basic routines in your life, that you can fall back on as a foundation to bring you back to where things you feel a little bit of comfort in all of this. And my essentials are, they're basic things that I've really done most of my adult life. Exercising is one thing. If I didn't have exercise on a regular basis, and I mean every day, I think I would have gone insane at certain points of my life, because that is how my brain chemicals sort of calm themselves down, by exerting and expressing things that are inside of me and getting it out into the open via exercise and being outside. Since moving to Oregon, I appreciate the outdoors so much more, and not that I didn't before, because I did, but so much more now. And so I get out every single day with my dog, with my Sophie, and she requires it. I require it. I mean, she's on autopilot. She knows when I'm ready to go, when I put the right pants on to go outside. And even if it's raining, or if it's snowing, or if it's 20 degrees, I'm out there, because that is my foundation. That is one of the things I do every single day. And if you can come up with even one thing that you do every day, like making your bed, like reading the newspaper, or writing in your journal, or meditation, whatever it is, one basic thing every day that you can fall back on is your foundation, I think is extremely important at this time. I know you probably feel like there's so many things you should be doing. Well, screw that, seriously. This is unreal. It's the twilight zone, and if you feel depressed, if you feel alone, if you feel frustrated, those are all natural. Seriously, they're natural. I mean, they're natural in regular circumstances. So feel them. Don't feel like you need to be getting things done. Like I said, if you do one basic thing every day, that's progress. That is progress in my eyes. Because I know it's certainly helped me in so many ways. I'm right now. I keep looking out. I have this big patio door, and I get to look outside every day. I've got a bird feeder out there, and so that's another routine. I watch the birds, the finches and the nuthatches, and we have lots of mourning doves around here. The little chipmunks are showing up, and a few other little creatures that I don't want around, but so I get the opportunity to look outside as much as I can, because I do appreciate the outdoors and what nature has to offer us, and frankly what nature has to say to us right now. I think the universe is unfortunately kicking our asses, telling us that we need to slow down and just pause and be grateful for what we do have. Because I don't know, what things are going to be like. I mean, hopefully really good things happen. I mean, so many people are doing some wonderful things, which I take so much comfort in. They're discovering new strategies in which to deal with the situation they're in right now, which is when creativity really comes in handy, let me tell you. That's important, but I do think that nature is probably smiling down on us right now, saying, it's going to be okay. Just take it easy. Do what you can. Try not to worry too much. So I look forward to doing more of this as time goes on, and showing you what I'm up to, and just talking about life in general. It's an artist's journey for me, which includes everything that happens to me every single day. And it's not always about creating art. It's about much more than that.